What is up, Chosen Ones? It's your boy Big Matt with Chosen One Chats, back at you with another banger. Today we're going to be talking about divine timing. You guys, don't worry about it. Everything happens at divine timing. If something doesn't go as planned, say you're late to something, or you are, not going along, like the schedule is not looking too bright. Like you made a schedule and it didn't turn out right, or you feel like you're behind on bills, or like it's crunch time, like the bills are due in a week from now. You don't know how you're gonna get it. Trust in divine timing. I tell you this because it's never let me down. It's all about the belief that it's going to work out better than you expected, to, that makes divine timing work. Now, if you fill your brain or fill your mind up with thoughts of doubt and thoughts of scarcity and thoughts of how am I going to do this, it's crunch time, it will manifest that way if you keep filling your mind with those types of negative thoughts. Because let me tell you, what charges these things are your beliefs and your emotions. So if you let these feelings of doubt fill your whole, like you're feeling emotionally depressed and you're also thinking all these thoughts of doubt, that will definitely not be helpful for you. So fill your mind with every time something doesn't go as planned with me and I'm like literally on crunch time, on go time, I always remind myself that I always say this as an affirmation, all I know is divine timing. And you should do this too. Because what's the point of worrying yourself over whether if it's not going to work out, if you being late is going to ruin everything or whatever you want to think of, what's the point of thinking those thoughts if they're not going to serve you? What is that going to do for you except for make the situation worse? Because now you had one problem. The first problem was you're late. Now you're feeling depressed too, and that's another problem. And now you're feeling worried and anxious. Those are two other problems. So that kind of stuff does not serve you in any aspect. So there is only one thing that you could do to help the situation a little bit, and that is to look at it from a positive perspective and know that everything happens in divine timing. Do not doubt it. Just know it. We are in the age of I know. The age of Aquarius is no longer I think or whatever. It's I know. So don't get all fed up with thoughts of worry, because those aren't going to serve you. It's just going to cause more problems than you already have. Now, what I've noticed from my experience is this. Every time I feel like there's no way that I'm able to overcome this obstacle, when it's literally due date, it always turns out better than I expected. Take it from me or take it from anybody you know who is out here on this journey with me and you, and they will tell you the exact same thing. There's a Bible verse that says, God always gives you exactly what you need. You are never left with less than what you need. You are always provided for. Just like God will provide for the birds in the sky, how much more do you think God will provide for you, being a chosen one that you are, a little chosen vessel? So just know that you're going to be provided for more handsomely than you expect. So let me tell you again, there hasn't been one single time where I was let down, where I didn't have enough to get through any challenge in my life, and I am 25 years of age. So just have that faith, that belief, that knowing that everything is going to turn out better than expected. Because guess what? Look how beautiful it is out here today. I mean, what's the worst that could happen anyways? Think to yourself like that. And then once you ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen, and then get ready for that, you know, be cool with the worst possible outcome. Once you and then you also want to figure out all your possible solutions to, if it's inevitable or whatever it could happen, just think of all the solutions that you can do to kind of make it less harmful on yourself. And basically, with those solutions, you think of the worst outcome with those solutions. Like, hey, I could do this and it'll lessen the pain here, and that's the worst that could happen. But once you accept that and you move forward, now you have way less worry. And that's part of the beauty of just kind of examining it and just kind of worrying doesn't help you at all. So once you stop worrying less and start living, that's a really good book. You guys should go read it. It says the book is called Stop Worrying and Start Living. And check it out. So far, I like it. I haven't finished it, but it gives you tons of it talks about how there's all these books on all types of stuff, and there's no books that address the topic of worrying. So we can have books about how to get rich, we can have books about how to do this, we can have books on how to do that, but there's no books out here that talks about how to not worry. And worrying is such a big problem because little do people know is worry literally could cause physical health issues in your body, because if the body's in a constant state of worry, little did you know is that raises your blood pressure, and it actually causes physical illness if you continue to worry yourself. So we need to learn how to fight worry, but nobody wants to tell you how to fight worry. It's just going to tell you things that, how to get rich and things like that. But a lot of rich people worry because they have a lot to worry about. So we need to start figuring out how to worry less and start living. And that's what that book's all about. Highly recommend you read that book, How to Worry Less and Start Living. So far, I love it. I've been kind of glued to it. One final thing I wanted to add on here is think of it like this too. If something doesn't go as planned, trust in divine timing and be like, everything happens in divine timing. I know it, because there's literal situations where people literally, if they weren't late, they would have died. Where if there wasn't that setback, if they were on time, there was a fatal car accident that they would have been involved in that they dodged because they were made late by something. So just know that if something doesn't go as planned, always trust that things are happening the way they're supposed to play out. Say, I was late to a date and I lost the opportunity with this person. Just know that person probably wasn't meant to be with you. No one could ever take what God gave you. Remember that. Anything that's meant for you is going to be there. That means don't worry yourself over things that you think that you lost. Now, also one last thing as well. Now that we are say also divine timing, maybe you were late to a meeting where you're trying to get a job, right? And you didn't get the job because you were late, or your tire popped and you didn't make it to that job. You didn't make it to that interview. Just know, you didn't get the job, and that lateness caused you to not get the job. Know that job was not meant for you in your highest you know, your highest state. So don't get all worked up because you didn't get the job, because that wasn't, you weren't, try to shoot me with a gun. But just know that that job wasn't meant for you. That's why you didn't get the job. Don't dwell over it like, oh my God, that was my only shot. No, just know that something better and something more aligned to your highest calling is on the other side of missing that job. So just know that and trust in divine timing at all time. Anyways, it's your boy Big Matt with Chosen One Chats. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.